Movie so bad that you will watch it just to spite it. Watch Mojo gives us 10 of these films. Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hey, Johnny, what's up?
I have a problem with Lisa.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the movies everyone loves to hate.
But the girls were never your future. I was.
Number 10, Super Mario Brothers.
Name!
Start with this. To their credit, and to be fair, Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo were drunk throughout the entirety of filming. And rightfully so. If there was any movie based on a video game that deserves all the hate sent its way, it's this one. Because this started a trend that continued until the first Mortal Kombat movie. And then came Annihilation. We don't talk about Annihilation.
Mario. Last name.
Mario.
Okay, what's your name?
Luigi.
This live-action adaptation of the popular video game franchise was initially blasted for the liberties it took with the source material. The film's grungy setting, mature themes, and confusing lore upset moviegoers upon release.
I know this is gonna sound a little strange, but I want you to meet my father.
But the unique qualities that once inspired anger became appreciated over the years. Devoted viewers were able to bring back the film for multiple public screenings. And because some people couldn't get enough of the world, a few fans recut the movie with deleted scenes, and others illustrated and wrote a webcomic sequel. It's safe to say that the Super Mario film found a one-up mushroom and got an extra life.
I'd call them the Super Mario Brothers.
It's open.
Number 9, Cats.
So, what's your name?
I remember watching this. I remember not watching, but attending a couple of performances during high school. Awesome, 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 awesome musical. Then that happened.
Cat got your tongue?
When the first trailers for the feline theme musical were released, audiences couldn't believe their eyes. The CGI that brought the anthropomorphic cats to life alternated between looking horrifying and unfinished. Outside of the special effects, audiences unfamiliar with the story found the jellicle plot extremely difficult to understand.
Jellicle cats come out tonight. Jellicle cats come one, come all. Jellicle moon is shining bright. Jellicles come to the Jellicle.
Since not enough moviegoers went to see the film during its initial release to satisfy their curiosity, it got killed at the box office.
Yeah.
But it became apparent that Cats had 9 lives. Fans clamored to rewatch the flop in public venues and at home just to show others how ridiculous the movie's look and plot were. In a few years, we wouldn't be surprised if we heard that Cats sold out yet another moonlight screening.
I can smile at the old days. I was beautiful then.
Number 8, B-Movie.
I know.
Just shut up, Al. Just shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
I'm so
You're talking.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. It's fine. Just, I know I'm dreaming, but I don't recall going to bed.
A story centered around a bee who uses his ability to speak English to soothe the human race over their use of honey sounds like the idea for an absurd sketch. But
Yeah.
DreamWorks took this concept and expanded it into a full-length feature.
they did so, what should have happened was a variety of ongoing skits on Saturday Night Live. That's what they should have done. But instead, we got this.
Both critics and audiences were mixed about the bizarre premise, insect puns, and romantic tension between Barry the bee and a human woman.
What exactly is your relationship to that woman?
In the years following the movie's debut, the internet universally agreed that the film was a great source of comedy. Fans turned various screenshots into easily digestible memes.
Yeah.
Additionally, videos where the story was sped up to impossible to comprehend speeds became popular. The second win the B-movie gained online increased the buzz for the once dismissed feature.
You're a lifesaver, Barry. Can I help? Who's next? Who's next?
All right, scramble jocks, it's time to fly.
Number 7, Jack and Jill.
How we doing?
You either love Adam Sandler's films or you hate them. This is one of those movies where you just hate. The Waterboy? Yes. Happy Gilmore? Yes. Uncut Gems? Oh, God, yes! This? By comparison, 8 Crazy Nights was better. And that's saying a lot. Oof.
Where were you? I've been waiting forever for you. This place is creeping me out.
Adam Sandler starred alongside himself when he played both of the fraternal siblings in an infamous comedy. Before its wide release, critics warned that the film was full of obnoxious characters, tasteless gags, and pointless cameos. None of those red flags kept audiences away. During its run in theaters, Jack and Jill stayed in the top 10 of the domestic box office for 5 weeks and nearly doubled its budget. Did moviegoers consistently show up to see Al Pacino try to woo Adam Sandler's Jill?
It's finally.
Yeah, unfortunately.
One woman with all.
And to his credit, Pacino is one of the gods of acting. But these scenes were cringe at best. Just,
Our rough human charm. Who will lead me back
yeah, see.
to sanity?
We can't tell for sure, but since Jack and Jill became the first film to sweep the Razzies, we're assuming people weren't going in expecting a great comedy.
Oh, you can stop it already! It was just a date! Why do you put so much pressure on me?
Number 6, Sharknado.
We're not gonna all fit in here.
Okay. I want to disagree with this. This is cult B-rated horror movie at its best. Like seriously.
Here.
We can't fly in these storms.
And what are we gonna do?
We're gonna stand and fight. We can't just wait here and wait for sharks to rain down on us again.
While Sci-Fi has released a number of strange animal pictures over the years, none of them took the world by storm like Sharknado did. As advertised on the tin, the original film followed a ragtag group of survivors who tried to avoid being consumed by hurricanes of wind and teeth. Audiences ate up the cheap effects and corny dialogue.
Yep.
They took my grandfather.
Dun dun
I hate
dun.
sharks.
Dun 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 dun.
Now I really hate sharks too.
The
Dun, dun,
performances were
dun.
also celebrated for being perfectly campy. And after Sharknado broke viewership records for Sci-Fi, the channel quickly focused on greenlighting follow-ups.
Yeah.
A total of 5 sequels and 3 spin-offs have been released since the original film blew into town. While the later films have followings of their own, the original Sharknado deserves credit for spawning a franchise.
Oh my god, there's just too many of them.
Yep, totally.
Need a bigger chopper.
Totally.
Number 5, Morbius.
As a result of my procedure, I have an overpowering urge to consume blood. Human blood.
The tale of an ill doctor whose cure turns him into a vampire should have made for a dark and tragic narrative.
Comics-wise, Morbius ranks among the top of Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery. You know, Electro, Doc Ock, obviously, and to some extension, Doom during the few appearances in Spidey's comic runs. The movie, horrible. Like, I get the direction they were trying to go, but this should have stayed in the lab for at least another year before principal photography.
But critics and audiences saw the story as one big joke. Outside of the questionable CGI and hammy villain, Jared Leto's Morbius was criticized for his flat delivery.
You shouldn't be here.
I didn't kill her son, or the place.
I also want to point out something. Jared Leto, depending on the role he's in, he either kills it or he just sucks. Like, he's one of those kind of actors where it's just, there's no in between. No in between. It's either epic or... This was one of those roles where it was... So, yeah. We're not even going to dive into what he did with the Joker. No.
Or any of those people.
Shortly after the film bombed at the box office, a widespread amount of internet memes and joke hashtags on Twitter kept the film in the pop culture conversation. Sony executives were so convinced that the popularity translated to good returns that they re-released Morbius in theaters. 2 years after it flopped for a second time, history repeated itself when the company's Madam Web movie was ridiculed and watched by jaded moviegoers.
She really is trying her best to keep me from working. Not when I'm this close, but I'm not gonna let her do that.
Why did you hate me so much?
Number 4, Showgirls.
First and only film with an NC-17 rating. And the running joke among me and my friends that it is our favorite horror movie because of that one scene in Scream. Yeah. Yeah. I actually kind of liked it.
Where are you from?
And yes.
Back east.
And yes, I understand they were all checking IDs. But at the time, especially back in 1995, people that worked in the theaters, they hardly checked tickets. Like, we were theater hopping like it was nobody's business. And we managed to sneak in for Showgirls just before the previews ended for, you know, future movie projects. So we got seats in the back and we sat through that. Good times, man. Good times.
From where back east? Different places.
Since this edgy erotic film carried an NC-17 rating, it had trouble bringing in enough people to fill theaters. It didn't help that those who saw the full picture didn't think it was very good. The steamy scenes were seen as over-the-top and exploitative. When combined with an inconsistent tone, baffling dialogue, and twist-filled story, viewers got a product that felt messy.
I've had dog food.
You have?
Mm-hmm. Long time ago.
Although the film had a rough financial start, it tripled its budget thanks to strong rental sales alone.
Yep.
Contemporary audiences and critics have also argued that Showgirls is actually a hidden masterpiece. Whether viewers revisit the film because they believe it's silly or stupendous, it's likely the movie will continue to bask in its own unique spotlight for years to come.
Nomi's got heat.
Does she now?
Yes, she does.
And as you heard me say before, Showgirls is the only film that had a theatrical run as an NC-17 film.
Oh, in a totally different way, of course.
Number 3, Troll 2.
I managed to keep them from eating.
Now, you have to convince them to leave here. This is an evil place. It is the kingdom of the goblins.
Despite not being a sequel to anything and featuring goblins, this movie was presented as a follow-up to a previous Troll film. While that point alone would have been enough to cause confusion, the nonsensical plot ensured everyone left the theater scratching their heads. The film follows a boy who tries to save his family from being turned into plant food for goblins. Along the way, he has to avoid massive plot holes, cheesy effects, and infamously over-the-top performances.
They're eating her! And then they're going to eat me!
Oh my God!
It was practically laughed out of the theaters back in the 90s. But just 2 decades later, audiences were seen embracing Troll 2 at screenings and fan events.
Yep.
A film entitled Best Worst Movie chronicles how the poorly named flick became a bona fide cult classic.
Yeah, you just never realized
totally
that
did.
it reached as many people as it did.
It totally did.
Oh my God, wow.
Number 2, Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Why is it so important that you want to contact the governments of our Earth? Because of death. Because all you of Earth are idiots.
The first time, my introduction to this film was Mystery Science Theater 3000. And even as a standalone, this was a bad movie.
Ed Wood's sci-fi epic, aliens cause a zombie outbreak on Earth to stop humanity from wreaking havoc across the universe.
Yeah.
This intriguing premise wasn't taken seriously due to the movie's spotty quality. The film was ridiculed for its cheap production design and its reliance on footage from other works.
Yeah.
While its low quality and odd plot didn't grab audiences at first, Plan 9 continues to fascinate viewers today.
We will not fail. Everything is on our side. Not everything. You do not have the live Earth people.
Multiple documentaries, books, and even an Oscar-winning biopic all painted vivid pictures of how this film got made. The movie has also been referenced in too many pop culture productions to count.
Yep.
Like the zombies featured in the story, Plan 9 refuses to stay dead.
What do you suppose that noise was?
Whatever it was, it's no more strange than the other things happening around this cemetery.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable, or in this case, dishonorable mentions. Reefer Madness. This over-the-top PSA inspired a satirical stage show and hilarious musical.
Or yours. Or yours. Or yours.
Freddy Got Fingered. Tom Green's boundary-pushing comedy has managed to find fans over the years.
I'm surprised this didn't make the top of the list.
Seems like they got a problem with heroes around here or something. I saved the day, Betty.
Grease 2. The once loathed musical has managed to find its footing among audiences. Batman and Robin. The movie that killed the franchise is now seen as a campy cult comic book film.
What's the numbers, Batman?
Campy, yes. Bad, yes. One of the first things I told my friends when the preview dropped was, oh my God, the bat suit has nipples.
For they're the harbingers of your doom. Can you feel it coming? Yeah.
Although, to be fair, the soundtrack kicked ass. So I owned a copy of it and had it on repeat for at least 2 or 3 years. So, yeah.
Ice cold of space.
Mac and Me. This E.T. ripoff found new life as a beloved flop and Paul Rudd running gag.
Yeah.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, The Room.
What a story, Mark.
Yeah, you can say that again.
I'm so happy I have you as my best friend.
There's no way to talk about beloved bad movies without stepping into The Room. Although it was billed as a drama about romance and betrayal, viewers thought it was a parody of both genres. The leads lacked chemistry,
It really was.
characters appeared and disappeared without explanation, and serious moments became laughable due to the bizarre performances.
You betrayed me. You're not good. You're just a chicken. Chip, 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 chip.
Director and star Tommy Wiseau's movie would have faded into obscurity if it wasn't for word of mouth. After news spread of how poorly made The Room was, screenings for the film continuously sold out. Not only do showings continue to do well today, but the movie got a critically acclaimed biopic and will be remade. But even without pop culture follow-ups, The Room still would have earned its cult classic status.
You're
tearing me apart!
Why are you so hysterical?
What movie do you love to hate watch? Convince us to buy a ticket in the comments below.
Didn't you enjoy it?
No.
That's not the point.
But yes.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.
Oh, hi, Mark. I'll see you guys later.